All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight announcement. So, one championship has booked a one atomweight 115-pound bout between Denice Zamboanga and Lin Heqin that's going to go down at 1 on Prime Video 5. That is Friday, December 2nd in the U.S., early morning Saturday, December 3rd, if you are in the Eastern Hemisphere. It's a good one. Both ladies need a win here. So they're going to look to get back to their winning ways. I think it's a good matchup stylistically. Lin, probably one of the best strikers in the division, hands down, easily. Zamboanga is a bit pretty well-rounded. Definitely going to have the advantage in the striking. But I think this is a good one. Zamboanga is still number 3 in the rankings. Lin is unranked because one only has, top 5 rankings. Should be a good one. Let's go ahead and look at the stats here. Zamboanga comes in at 8-2. Lin comes in at 15-4-1. Now, Zamboanga last fought losing a unanimous decision to Sahi Ham back at 1X in March. Lin last fought in August, losing a decision to Itsuki Hirata at 1 on Prime Video 1. That was a bit of a questionable decision, we'll say. But so like I said, both need to win here. Zamboanga is the younger fighter by 4 years. She's 25. Lin is 29. Nice height advantage for Lin Heqin here. 5 feet 6 inches, 167 centimeters to Zamboanga's 5 feet 2 inches, 158 centimeters. Denice closes the gap, though, with the height. 65.7 inch, 167 centimeters, whereas Lin's only a little bit longer at 66.1 inch, 168 centimeters. So it's virtually identical. So those are your stats on that one. So, like I said, I think this is an interesting one stylistically. Lin is either the best pure striker in the division or second best. It's between her and Stamp Fairtex, I would say. So she's always going to be very dangerous with that striking. And I think she'll use her height and her striking as an advantage on the feet. For Zamboanga, she's going to want to get in close against Lin. I think she's going to try to take this one to the ground. She's not going to want to stay at range against Lin, or else she's going to get eaten up by jabs and low kicks all night. So the faster she closes the distance, the easier time she's going to have against Lin. A couple of X factors coming in here. The biggest one is that, Zamboanga, up until now, she had been training for a little while with Merrick Force Gym in Thailand. And both her and Nat Wonder Girl have left Merrick only within like the last week. And this fight is less than a month out. So that's going to play a big factor. I think she's back at home in the Philippines now, training at her brother's gym. That's going to be a huge, a huge factor here. For Lin, is she going to be gun shy coming in after that loss to Hirata, or is she going to be a little more aggressive? Because I think if she just stays on the outside trying to point fight the whole time like she did against Hirata, any big moment that Zamboanga has is going to put her ahead in the one open scoring. Because that was the biggest reason that Lin lost her fight against Hirata. Hirata only had 2 moments in that entire fight, but they were big moments. Whereas Lin was outscoring her handily, and was picking Hirata apart. But the one championship scoring always rewards big moments, and I think Zamboanga is a much better fighter at getting those big moments than Lin is. So Lin has to not be so timid this time. She's still got to fight smart, but she can't just be content to point fight her way to a win. So those are the biggest X factors. Like I said, skill-wise, I think Zamboanga is the better fighter on the ground. Lin is the cleaner striker on the feet. It just depends on who's going to be able to impose their will when it comes to, in the cage. Like I said, I like this fight. I think it's a good one. It only comes less than a month after, Hirata versus Ham. And that's going to be a good fight too. So we could easily have 2 new fighters in the rankings this time next month. If Ham loses and Zamboanga loses, then it'll be Hirata and Lin up in there. And then, either one of those two could move up into position for a title shot, or we could end up with a fairly early rematch between Hirata versus Lin. That'd be an interesting one too. Either way, I think we've got some interesting times ahead of us at One Championship. Anyway, those are just my initial thoughts on this fight. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Now, if you liked the vid, please give it a like, share it as well. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.